I'm Adam Reilly, this is the Scrum, and today we're going to talk about the furor over this year's St. Patrick's Day parade in South Boston. Marty Walsh, as we speak, the mayor, trying to broker some sort of compromise that would allow gay and lesbian organizations to openly march in the parade. My contention is that by making this into an issue, Marty Walsh has inadvertently made the parade's organizers much more important and made the event much more relevant than it had been in the 2 decades that Tom Menino just refused to march in it. Am I right, or am I being too hard on the mayor here?
I'd agree. I don't think that's that controversial. What do you think?
I think that's about right, but I think he's also, pushing them into potential marginalization. I think that they're coming to understand that they do need to do something at some point, or really risk a real problem in the city.
Well, what would the problem be in the city that they would have? I mean, if they don't, accept the sort of compromise that has some type of compromise, what would the liability be for them?
Well, one potential liability is that more and more people refuse to participate in the parade, which would really create an actual embarrassment and problem for them. Not necessarily that the key people behind the scenes care, but they do. And then the other thing is, potentially there could be a boycott of sponsors at some point, which they would care.
Yeah, I mean, Wacko Hurley is not he hasn't been a household name for quite a while.
Right.
And look, I think what this goes to is Tom Menino was the urban mechanic. Here we see Marty Walsh is the urban therapist. He's got to bring us all together, make us all feel good. And by the way, scrub his own past as someone who regularly marched in this parade.
By the way, why didn't that get discussed more in the mayoral race? Why wasn't more made by his opponents of the fact that he has marched in this parade that people like, again, Mayor Menino, Governor Patrick, big name politicians from around the city have tended to avoid? Why didn't that become an issue?
Well, for one thing, as with many things, I would say that John Connolly did not go on the attack enough against Marty Walsh on any number of things, including this. But at a more general level, I think that Marty Walsh has a very good record on gay rights and LGBT issues.
Including voting the right way, as LGBT advocates would say, on marriage at the State House.
Key backers from that community. And
Marty Walsh has done a great job by the gay lesbian community, pure and simple, and he's a shrewd politician. He knows how to have it both ways. Marching in that parade doesn't mean that much.
All right, so you talked about how he's a shrewd politician, knows how to have it both ways. Really quickly, is there a way to come to a compromise that all parties will find acceptable here? Because the compromises that have been floated have met with a lot of flack. Can a good compromise be reached?
My opinion is that a good compromise can be reached, and I've always said it can be reached in August or September, not in the weeks immediately before, but absolutely a compromise.
All right, really quick, we'll give you the last word.
There's no reason for a compromise. No one should be banned from this parade, period.
Right. Peter, David, thank you. Thank you for watching The Scrum. I'm Adam Reilly. We will see you again soon.